Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. We're going to do one cast today. It's Wednesday the 8th of April. I just did another boat ride video up here. I came up this morning. See if my lens is clear. Yeah. They're running 15,000 CFS. Woo. Sorry about that. 3 units, 5 gates. They reduced it yesterday at 8 a.m. by 5,000 CFS. Table Rock got down to the 920 foot mark. I'm trying to keep my trolling motor off the rocks. All right. I'm gonna try. I've got 4 rods rigged up with white jigs, and I've got a ginger and peach with a sculpin head. It's probably one they used last night with one cast, and I'm right up against the south bank on the spillway side. I guess there was a guy yesterday way up above the cable fishing for the bank, catching walleye. He was reported to the game warden if he's watching this, so I don't know if he was caught or not. The funny thing about it is you got to walk all the way back down past the island, probably about a quarter mile or more, lugging those fish. All Quentin had to do is just sit there in his car and wait on him. He'd lug all those fish out for nothing, because he'd take them if he caught him. But I guess the walleye really stack up in this eddy right along this bank. So I mean, we catch them here too, but this eddy kind of ends right down here. So I'm sure they're stacked up pretty good. So I'm gonna try throwing in this eddy just for a minute, see if any fish are sitting in this eddy, and maybe catch a walleye or a white bass, or we catch smallmouth. And it is pretty rough here. I don't like it, so I'm not gonna stay here very long. I'm throwing different color first. I'll throw a white here before I leave. Nothing on the first cast. If I turn this down a little bit, I don't really need to get 100. Boating up here, I didn't see anybody. Oh, I'm sorry, I passed one boat. He was down by our place. That's better, I'm off the bank. My boat's still out of the water. I've been going to Table Rock and fishing for fish I could eat. Crappie. Been catching some goggle eye. Last night I found a school of big bluegill around a bush. One more cast with this jig. They'll probably run this water for a week or so. They'll get Table Rock back down to 918, 917, and they'll probably start kicking it back. Ooh, there's a touch. Dwayne said that they were just kind of nipping at it yesterday when they did one cast, so that's kind of what that was. Ooh. Let me throw this white jig. Actually, yeah, I got a white 1/8 ounce. Oh, I just missed one. Yeah, I just missed it. That was my fault. Well, I don't know. I got some moss on there, so it might have been the bottom. Got to work this a little faster because it's not as fast or deep as it was before, so I got to keep it off the bottom. The water is 51 degrees over here on the side, on the spillway side. I was getting water temps anywhere from 55 to 60 on Table Rock. Of course, that's not coming off the very top of the lake. It's coming off 30 or 40 feet deep. So water's not going to be quite as warm as the surface water. But it's still going to be a lot warmer than the water coming through the gates or the turbines. Well, they are just kind of sucking on it. A couple more casts with white, and I'm going to go back to the sculpt and I figure I use white up here close to the dam because this is where they've seen most of the shad. Water's dropped about 2.5 feet up here. Got a couple guys fishing in the outlet number 1. There wasn't anybody at outlet 2. Boy. Oh, just a real light hit. I missed him. They are hitting. It just, there's a gizzard shad in the water right there, about 11 inches long. He came over the spill gates. Come on, fish. Maybe I'm working a little bit too fast. Let me slow down a little bit. I'm not getting any moss or anything on my jig, so. Get it down there a little closer to the bottom, maybe. That helped. Feels like a pretty good one, but it's not. It's not a monster. Just another one of those chunky rainbows. I don't know if I got him fair. Yeah, I got him right on the side of the mouth. It's about 16, 17 inches. So I had to slow down a little bit. Sometimes you got to lose your fear of getting caught up on the bottom. You just have to disregard it. If you lose a jig, fine. You just have to slow down and dare that jig to go to the bottom and get snagged up. Nobody's at outlet number 2. One thing I was going to mention is we've been talking about the way we post one cast and other videos. Oh, missed him. We post them to Facebook and to YouTube. And what we're going to start doing, maybe not today, but tomorrow, the next day, is start posting only to YouTube and then sharing that YouTube video to our Facebook. Now, what that might do, I'm not sure how Facebook handles sharing versus direct upload. Hopefully it shows up on everybody's feeds as much as it does when you directly upload it, but if you don't see it on your feed, what you might have to do is on Facebook there's a way to list, you know, when you go to your home, yeah, and you look at your feeds, that's what you look at, Facebook. There's a way to say, see this first. So if you have a a best friend or a favorite site, and you go click that see this first, then it will come up in your whatever that person or that page posts. It will come up first if it's a new post. So if you're an avid OneCast followers and you stop seeing it in your Facebook feeds, you need to go do that so it shows up first. We spend the guys, when we do a 30-minute video, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to upload, to edit, to process, and to upload again. And we're just going to eliminate that one upload. Plus, we're going to try to build more subscribers to our YouTube page. Whew. I really need... is that a fish? One more time. It was just getting heavy. Not really a bite. Well, one more cast with the white. I still think white is the color to catch a big fish, even though they really come off of it. Dwayne said there were a lot of boats up here yesterday, so they might have got hammered pretty good. I'm sure everybody using white shad patterns. So it's funny, yesterday I was on a brush pile in Table Rock, and I've got a live scope, a Garmin live scope, and there, I could see the fish down there. They're all lit up. And I was using little pieces of night crawler. I'm back to the sculpin and peach. And for about an hour, I did pretty good. I'd drop it down there and they'd almost fight over it. And I was catching them pretty good, and about after an hour it started really slowing down. Those fish got educated. I'd drop a night crawler down there and after a while they just would not hit it. And I'm sure it's kind of the same way with these trout. After a while they see enough white jigs and baits go by, getting sore mouthed a little bit, seeing their friends taken, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but after about an hour and a half, I wasn't catching anything, and there were still hundreds of those bluegill down there, and they would not eat my night crawler, no matter how good I hid the hook. And so they get educated, they get smart. In the past, a lot of times when we're, fishing these high water events where we get a lot of shad, if they get off that white bite, we go to these sculpin and different darker colors, and they hit them pretty good. I'm going to switch sides and fish the bank here in a second. One thing Nathan's been working on at the resort, because he's getting a lot of merchandise and a lot of stuff on our online store. And if anybody knows anything about that stuff, you know it's pretty tedious and a lot of work to get that stuff right. Oh, there's a fish. I was just about ready to give up on it and go to the bank. It's a little bigger rainbow. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this one up. Might have to go down and get him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's bigger. He's almost 18 probably. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. Camera. I'm already 22 minutes in, so I'm probably gonna have 30 minutes. I told Blake the other day, I said, let's try to limit our videos to 20 minutes. I don't know if we'll get that done or not. I'm not going to work too close to the bank, especially get down, crossing the boat ramp down. That seems to be kind of a hot spot. I want to stay out from the bank a little bit. For those that fish the trout parks, I have been told that they're not stocking those trout parks. And that everybody's caught all the fish. Well, at Roaring River, I haven't heard about any of the others, but Dwayne said that he was told by somebody that, oh, Tim Holmesley has a fly shop there, and he said they've caught all the fish out of Roaring River. All the small, dumb fish, I put it that way. There are fish in there, but they're the educated ones that are hard to catch. I'm not sure why the Conservation Department would give away or have free fishing, no licenses, no trout stamp. Oh, that was a nice fish. Chased it all the way up to the boat. I wasn't watching. You have free fishing, but you, not free fishing, that's free fishing. You don't charge for a license, but then you don't stock fish. I guess, well, See, the deal is, I don't know if they're stocking in Lake Taneycomo either. It could be a personnel thing where they're not, people aren't coming in and, phooey, and working because of the virus, or what? Just missed another one. But I know that if they hold those fish longer than what they had planned, they got to feed them, which costs money. So, oh, this is a little shallower here, so I got to work a little faster, and I've already missed another bite and another bite. This flat right here has been very productive this winter. I think it's supposed to be kind of windy today. There, I got him. He's a little one. Good job. Another well, medium size. The last one was real small. This one's about 14, 15. Belly flop. All right, a couple more casts, and I'll be down to the clubhouse. Throw him behind the tree. This will be the last cast. Okay. I don't think I might get one. You know, trophy run, they've got a lot of beautiful trees right along the lake. We take the time to look at them. Real pretty landscaping. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber to YouTube, please subscribe and click the little bell so it comes up first. And also, if you like our Facebook page, go and subscribe. And I'd appreciate it. Thanks. A little better fish. I've just drifted below Lookout and I've got a 2-jig combination on. I've got a black and yellow 16th ounce over a white 16th ounce. I've picked up a couple fish. He's not huge. He's a fat rainbow though. He took the white one. Everything's taken the white one so far. Actually would like to go ahead and, that's a big old rainbow. We're seeing a lot of these, gosh, just beautifully, just quality. I mean, thick fish. Awesome. Oh, already. Wow. First cast. When they're running 20,000 CFS, we tried to work this bank, but it just didn't have much slow water, eddy water. This is a decent brown. So I wanted to work it since they've dropped it to 15,000 CFS. 4 units basically is what this is. Let's see if I can bring him over on the camera side. Got him under the chin. He hit it really hard. I don't want to hold him over the boat because, yeah, I guess I will. There we go. Wow. Caught him out of that eddy up there. Barely hooked. Whew. Probably bottom. Yep. Another eddy fish. Nice fish. Stand down, might be a brown. Nope, rainbow. He's certainly fighting like a brown though. About the same size. 16, 17. There we go. There's not many eddies between here and the narrows now.